This training is about universal human excellence. Ashraf, can you comment a little further on what do you mean by universal human excellence and how can that be supported?
Human excellence is the potential to live at the highest level that a human being can live. And what that means is highly distinguished from being animals. So human beings have a physical body just as animals have a physical body. And the question is, what distinguishes us from the animal kingdom? Are we an advanced animal? This is the question. Are we an advanced animal or are we beyond animals? So my answer, and many other spiritual masters over time have pointed out that human beings, are actually really remarkable beings potentially. That we can live not just at an animalistic level, but we can live beyond an animalistic level. So human excellence is about functioning at the highest levels that a human being can function. And what that means is that we have, as human beings, a bigger frontal lobe than all other animals in terms of proportion with the rest of the brain. So while a whale might have a bigger frontal lobe than us, because of its mass, it's massive, the whale. It's got a very big brain, bigger than ours. But in terms of the proportion of the brain, the frontal lobe, the cerebral, the frontal lobe, the seat of humanity, what makes us different from the animal world? We can not just make sounds and talk, but we can reason and talk reasonably. You see, we can get together and relate to each other in a way that is beyond just animal communication. We can actually reason and care unconditionally and so on and so forth. We can be creative. Animals can't be creative. We can find things funny. We can love in a way that animals can't love. We can choose beyond instinct and impulse. So the frontal lobe is the seat of human excellence. However, not all human beings operate using their frontal lobes. And this is what this teaching is about, to take us beyond the animal brain into the prefrontal cortex and to operate consciously, superconsciously, and supraconsciously using the prefrontal cortex. So, human excellence involves us operating in a way that not only benefits us, but benefits others. Human excellence means we operate in a way that demonstrates security, selffulness, and satisfaction. That we operate in a way that actually benefits us, adds value to us, and is contributory to us, our bodies, our lives, and to others. So we don't see that on the planet. A lot of human beings are operating through stimulus response. A lot of human beings are operating feeling threatened and vulnerable and operate like animals. Animals feel threatened. Animals feel vulnerable and have to defend and attack. We don't have to live in a competitive adversarial way like animals living within their animal kingdom to kill or be killed. We can go beyond dog eats dog, kind of living, and we can go beyond that. We can live in a cooperative, milieu. We can live in a spirit of cooperation, not competition. We don't have to be adversarial. We can be supportive, mutually supportive. So, as I said early on, it's just a pity that at this point in our history, it's 2020, we're still very much in the spiritual dark ages, and human beings don't really know who they are, what they are, where they are, what's going on here. They don't know how to tap into and experience security multidimensionally. They don't know how to live consciously, superconsciously, and supraconsciously. So, with the information that has been shared with us, and the information that I'll be sharing as well over the 10-part series, we will have the support for us to go beyond insecurity, threat, to realize that there is nothing that is threatening us, and nothing can threaten us, and that the world that we live in is not a world that is threatening, and we are not vulnerable creatures in this world who have to, in a dangerous world. We rather realize what we are, creative beings, what we are, the highest level of life on the planet, and what we're capable of, living consciously, constructively and creatively, living in a way that benefits ourselves and each other, living in a way that is actually in support not only of ourselves, our families, but our societies and our communities. So, yeah, we have that opportunity as human beings to be more than just human beings, but to be humane beings. Not to be destructive as individuals to ourselves, our bodies and our lives, and not to be destructive as a society to ourselves, our bodies and our lives. To actually be nurturing of ourselves, our bodies and our lives, and other people's bodies and their lives as well, other people, their bodies and their lives as well. We have this potential. And we can, if we move into higher levels of awareness, super and supraconscious, operate from a different level of operating, which I called human excellence, or highest level of human functioning. Being a humane being, one whom everybody is safe from, one whom that is not a danger to themselves or anybody else, or not a threat to themselves or anybody else. We can live like that. So, thank you so much for that question as well.